Thank you to HSNC, thank you to HSS for the opportunity to talk to you about yoga and my yoga practice. I do a practice that is a powerful practice that is designed to build strength and flexibility over time. There are no magic yoga poses, there are no magic yoga teachers or magic yoga styles. It's a process that happens over time. And so what happens is you need to find something that's more simple, something that you can commit to every day. You don't have to do an hour class, an hour and a half class. A lot of us don't have that much time. But you can commit to 10 minutes or so. And what I'm going to go over with you during this session is called SURYA NAMASKAR, Sun Salutations. The International Yoga Day is designed to coincide with the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year, and it's also the beginning of summer. A lot of times you will find at the changes of the season, you're going to have different studios that will do what's called a mala. And during these malas, you do 108 sun salutations. So it takes a little bit of time, it takes a couple of hours, but if you go there, you will find yourself sore the next day if you're not used to working out. So this is a simple practice, but these sun salutations are full yoga practices in and of themselves. So we're going to start off, it can get very challenging, but it also can stay very simple. So I'm going to give you several different variations, and hopefully you can incorporate this into your lifestyle. Once again, I started once a week, and then I started going a couple of times a week, 3 times a week, and then every day. And now I see several of my students here, and I appreciate them coming out to support me here. I teach a lot in RTP, at Cisco and Fidelity and places like that. As well as a studio in, next to South Point in Durham called Hot Asana Yoga. And these programs are very challenging. So if you want to get more of a physical workout, you can come to these studios. But yoga is a different thing for everybody, right? Some people just think it's stretching. Some people that do a lot of powerful weightlifting and stuff like that, they don't think yoga is enough. And then some people think you have to do all these challenging, twisty postures, and you don't have to do any of that. Really, you can just sit and breathe. But these sun salutations will take the body through its entire range of motion and get everything warmed up. So to start off with, I'd like for everybody to stand up at the top of the mat. There is a breathing posture, and this is mountain pose. This is Tadasana. This is the foundation of pretty much all of the yoga postures. So noticing how you feel here with the feet about hips width distance, feeling all 4 corners of your feet rooted down. And then your shoulders are directly above your hips are above your ankles. And just take a couple of breaths here. Go ahead and scan your body. Okay, BKS Iyengar, he just recently died, a couple of years ago. But towards the end of his life, he was asked a question. You've been practicing yoga all your life since you were 15 years old. You're in your 90s now. Which posture are you working on in your practice? Everybody wants to know what he's working on. His response? Tadasana. This one right here. So you don't have to do all these challenging postures. There's so much going on even just right here. So just take a moment to notice belly to spine. So that engages your core. Tailbone goes down. Lengthen through the side bodies. Lower ribs are tucked in. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Relaxing your jaw. Nice, calm, steady, deep breaths. All right, we'll start off with half sun salutations, SURYA NAMASKAR, saluting the sun. These sun salutations come from the Ashtanga basis, where you begin the practice with these sun salutations, and it warms the body up to prepare it for the rest of the 90-minute program. These Ashtanga yogis, they often do a practice every single day for 90 minutes or so, except for certain days of the week and moon days. So, starting in your Tadasana, reach your arms up over your head. We'll start off with half sun salutations. Okay? And then exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Feeling the opening in the back. Your hands can come down. You can bend your knees if you need to. Your hands come down to the floor. If you have blocks, maybe they come down to the blocks. This isn't the first time that we've been in a forward fold today, but usually the first one is the most difficult. All right, bring your hands onto your shins or coming onto your fingertips, and inhale, lengthen as though you're coming halfway into standing. and then fold forward. And then maybe bending into your knees. If you have back issues, bring your hands onto your knees and use the strength of your arms to press yourself coming all the way back up into standing. Reach your arms up over your head. And then your hands come back into prayer position. Okay, so that's a half of a sun salutation. So let's do that again. Reach your arms up, lengthen through your side bodies. Exhale, hinging at your waist. Keep the thighs active. Coming all the way down. You can bend your knees though if you need to. Inhale, lengthen as though you're coming halfway into standing. Exhale, fold. Coming all the way up to standing. Reaching your arms up. And exhale. Hands into prayer position. All right, shoulders away from your ears. Over time, this will change. Just like every day is a little bit different, right? We notice today has a lot more light. Okay, it has less light than yesterday. It will have less light tomorrow than today. But we can't really tell the difference one day at a time. But we can tell the difference in between now and December, when it's the shortest days of the year. The same thing happens with your body. Small changes over time, bring awareness into that, and you'll notice large changes after a period of time. So coming back into your Tadasana, let's add the breath. Okay, so these sun salutations have a posture, they have a breath, and they also have a drishti, where you're looking. And this simple technique allows you to get out of your body and just focus on your thoughts, right? As you're building strength and flexibility. So, standing in your Tadasana, inhale, reach your arms up, deep breath in. Exhale, release, forward fold, hinging, emptying out your lungs at the very bottom. Inhale, lengthen as though you're coming halfway into standing. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, filling up your lungs, coming all the way to standing, reach. And exhale your hands into prayer position. All right. So, that's a half sun salutation. If you sit at a desk a lot because you're working, if you drive a lot, you get out and you get some gas or whatever. All right. Technical difficulties. Thank you. All right. So then just get out of your car, right next to your car, or right next to your desk. You can do these half sun salutations, and you'll be better off. You'll feel better, and you'll be able to get through the day. So now we're going to add to this. All right. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, release. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, planting your hands. Now you're going to step your right foot to the back of the mat into a lunge. Okay? Hands plant. Step the left foot to the back of the mat into a plank pose. Now we're getting a little bit challenging, so you want to keep the body active. Again, you can come into handstand with this practice. If you need to bring your knees down, please bring your knees down. Okay? Now bring your knees down. And bend your elbows straight back. Drop your chest between your hands. Okay? Coming all the way down. So your elbows don't go out to the side. They come straight back. All right. Inhale, release your toes, lifting into a Cobra Pose. Keep extending back through the big toes. That protects your back. So your shoulders are not here. Your shoulders are down and away from your ears. Shoulder blades coming back. Okay? And then exhale, coming down. Lifting back into a downward facing dog. So for downward facing dog, you can come into your tabletop, you can come into your child's pose, or tucking your toes, lifting up and back. The inverted triangle, the upside down V. Take a deep breath in, open your mouth, let it go. All right, you're trying to lengthen your spine by pressing the thighs back and apart. From here, come down onto your knees if you need to step the right foot forward, okay? Ideally, you can just step the right foot forward, but that's kind of a challenging move for a lot of people. So to make it accessible, you can bring the left knee down and then swing the right foot forward. If it just comes halfway forward, you can reach down and grab it, pull it forward. The ankle's directly over the knee. The toes are facing straight forward. We got to protect the knee, okay? And then the left foot comes forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen as though you're coming halfway into standing. Exhale, fold. Now, placing your hands on your knees if you need to. Otherwise, reverse swan dive, reaching all the way up. Lengthen. And exhale your hands into prayer position. Take a breath. Noticing how you feel. Easy peasy, right? All right, here we go. We got to do the other side. You got to do both sides, right? We're doing 108 of these today. It's a mala. No, we're not doing 108. We're just demonstrating, but you can do 108 if you want to. All right, Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up, filling up your lung. Exhale, release, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway, so you're coming halfway into standing. Exhale, planting your hands. This time, step your left foot to the back of the mat into a lunge. Getting deeper into your hip. The right foot comes back into a plank pose. You can stay on your knees if you need to. Keep pressing back through the heels. Now coming down, knees, bend your elbows straight back, chest and chin. Inhale into a Cobra Pose, hips down, elbows bent, shoulders away from the ears, broadening your collarbones. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. You can come through tabletop or child's pose, tucking your toes, lifting up. Take a deep breath. This is where we rest. Right? You might not feel like rest now, but this becomes resting pose. You can always drop into a child's pose. All right, the left foot comes forward. Now, if that's an athletic move for you, again, right knee's down. You can bring that forward, look up. The right foot comes forward, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Coming all the way to standing, filling up your lungs, reach. And exhale your hands into prayer position. Shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Noticing the changes that have happened in your spine. We're going to pick up the pace as we go. I know some of you are like, I'm not going to do this. This is too easy. But it'll get too difficult and the more you do it. Trust me. Just trust the process. It doesn't have to be that fancy poses. Again, I can teach you handstands if you want to, but before we get to handstands, we have to do this. This builds strength in your shoulders, strength in your core, and all that stuff. It does the whole body. So now we're doing the traditional Sun Salutation A, the way they do it in the Ashtanga system. Okay? So, standing in Tadasana. Inhale, reach your arms up, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, planting your hands and step into plank pose, or you can hop into chaturanga. All right, plank pose. And then you can bring your knees down, or you can just come halfway down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale into a Cobra Pose, hips down, elbows bent straight back. If you're ready for an upward facing dog, straighten the arms, tops of the feet on the ground, shoulders still away from your ears. Keep the belly active to protect the low back. Exhale up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Open your mouth, let it go. That is a cooling breath. Pranayama is a critical aspect of your yoga practice. Calms your mind, it gives your body the oxygen that it needs. All right, this time inhale, lift your heels, look forward between your thumbs, bend your knees, step or hop, forward fold at the top of your mat. You can step one foot at a time. See, I think that one coming forward is a little bit easier than the other one, but going backward is harder. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, coming all the way to standing, filling up your lungs at the top. Reach through your side bodies. Exhale, hands into prayer position. All right, I'm going to demonstrate here one thing that people get confused a lot of the times. Jumping back, okay? In this Sun Salutation A, what happens is you step back into plank and lower down. This is chaturanga, okay? The elbows stay directly over the wrists, hinge forward. This is chaturanga. You don't go any farther than elbow height because then you can hurt your shoulders, okay? So you just come shoulder height, elbow height, right here, and then lifting up. So that's one thing. Or you can always come down, knees, chest, and chin, and then keep the hips down and elbows bent. Now, what I'm going to tell you is, technically, you're supposed to jump back into chaturanga. All right? But if you jump back, make sure you bend your elbows, because if you don't, that might hurt your low back. And I'm going to demonstrate how you're supposed to do it. Coming, inhale, lifting, exhale, forward. Don't do it with me. Just watch, inhale, lengthen. As you plant your hands, you hop back and bend your elbows. And you land in chaturanga. So if you can't land in chaturanga like this, just step back and lower down. You can come down here like this, and then lifting up. Okay? Good? Good. All right, here we go. Let's do a full Sun Salutation A, just like that, at your pace, at your level. So, be curious about what's happening in your body. We're all at different places on the path. So, here we go. Standing in your Tadasana, the foundation of all yoga postures. This is the easiest yoga pose ever, right? Only if you think about it. All right, inhale, reach your arms up. Take a deep breath in, lengthen. Exhale, release, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping into plank and lower down, or maybe you can hop into your chaturanga. Bend your elbows straight back, not out to the side. Coming down. Inhale into your back bend. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. I don't know about y'all, but I'm sweating a little bit. Doesn't feel like I've done anything, right? Here we go. Inhale, lift your heels, look forward between your thumbs. Exhale, bend your knees, step walker, hop, forward fold at the top of your mat. See, some people can float into a handstand from here. I'm not one of those people. I'm not recommending it. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Coming all the way to standing, reaching up tall. And exhale your hands into prayer position. Wipe the sweat. Drink some water. Just notice. All right, so now we're getting into the grand finale, Surya Namaskar B. So this one's really challenging. We're going to add an extra element, and the extra element is the Warrior One. Shoulders over your hips. Or you can lift that back heel coming into a crescent pose. Hips and shoulders are squared forward, sinking down. Knee ideally directly over the ankle, toes facing forward. Okay? Also, we're going to add another pose, chair pose. We've already done this. Shobha did that, and Mukund. Okay? Chair pose. This is how we start. All right? So, watch me as I go over it one time. Just watch. Chair pose. Fold. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. We're going to add lengthening back so that you have space to step forward. Rise. Hands come down. Step back. Lower. Knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Other side. Stepping forward. Rise. Hands down. Step back. Vinyasa through. Okay? We got it? So that's where we're going. Go at your pace. So here we go. Starting in Tadasana. And again, remember this sequence and just do this 10 minutes a day and you'll be healthy for 100 years. So get more life out of every breath is what I like to say. So standing in your Tadasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, bending your knees, reaching up into a chair pose. Exhale, straighten your legs, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping into plank and lower down, or hopping into your chaturanga. Coming down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg straight back behind you. Exhale, your right foot comes forward. Maybe you bring your left knee down, helping it forward. Inhale, rising up, shoulders over your hips. Reaching up. Breathe. Sinking down. Good. Now hands come down, framing the right foot, stepping back into your plank pose, and vinyasa through. Chaturanga on your exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lengthen the left leg straight back behind you. Exhale, your left foot comes forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lengthening through the side bodies, pulling your left hip back, rounding your right hip forward. And release, hands come down, stepping back. You can bring your knees down, chaturanga, up dog, and downward facing dog. So you don't have to do elaborate poses to get an entire body workout. You don't have to have all this extra equipment. Everybody come down into a child's pose here. Child's pose. Give yourself a break. And go ahead and scan your body, noticing how you feel. Take some breaths, in through your nose and out through your nose. So who's ready to come into handstand? Just kidding. Although it is fun to do. All right, we're going to do this one more time. Inhale, lifting up and back into your downward facing dog. Look forward, lift your heels, bend your knees, step, walk, or hop, forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees up and back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, rising up to the top. Exhale, hands into prayer position, Tadasana. Scan your body, what's different, right? Today is shorter than yesterday. Tomorrow will be shorter than today. Did you notice? What's different in this breath than the last time we were here? We're going to do this one more time. This time you know where you're going, so try to focus on your breath. Okay, so take your one movement and one breath, I like to say. So that way it becomes more of a moving meditation. The more you do, it's a moving meditation. So starting in your Tadasana, okay, but take extra breaths if you need to, right? Don't hold your breath, don't worry about it. So, Tadasana. Inhale, bend your knees, reaching up, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold, straightening your legs. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, planting your hands, stepping into plank and lower down, or hopping into chaturanga. Ideally, the same breath. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg straight back behind you. Exhale, your right foot comes forward. Inhale, rising up, reaching. Exhale, your hands come down. One breath out, stepping back and lower down. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg straight back behind you. Exhale, your left foot comes forward. One breath in, fills up your lungs, rising up, reaching up, lengthening, woo. Exhale, hands come down, stepping back, vinyasa through. You can always skip the vinyasa and press back into down dog or child's pose. When you're in your downward facing dog this time, bring your knees down, press your hips back to your heels, child's pose. Relax your jaw, take a deep breath in, open your mouth, let it go. Notice how you feel right here and right now. Again, there are some people that do this every day, that this is what they do to warm up. All right? But it is actually a full yoga practice in and of itself. So please, if you want to do a yoga practice and do it on a daily basis, carve out 10 minutes of your day. The same 10 minutes, you don't need a mat, you don't need extra equipment. All you need is time and the intention and the willingness. And do these Sun Salutations and see how you feel in a month. See how you feel in 6 months if you do this every single day. Just 10 minutes of the day. So, you know, it's great to get on your yoga mat once a week. That's how I started. It's great to get on your mat twice a week or 3 times a week. But if you can do a yoga practice every day, it will change your life. It's going to calm your mind. It's going to help to keep you in the present moment. No matter what's happening around you or to you, you can find that inner peace. So, coming up to seated, From there, like I say, we can go into all the different postures. We can go into the warrior series, the triangle poses, any of the balances, standing on one foot. You can do arm balances that are fun too. All of those things complicate things. Yoga doesn't have to be complicated, right? You can do different chants, there's different pranayama programs that you can do. But this Sun Salutation, this beautiful, simple process of warming up and waking up the body, letting the blood flow, is all you really need. So it's a full yoga practice. I encourage you to get on your mat and do it somewhere. You can do it on your own, but maybe finding a yoga studio, a community near you that you can have a support group. It's a wonderful place here, coming here twice a week, and it's free to come here. So that's wonderful to bend and stretch and breathe. And over time, you'll see a difference. You'll build strength. You'll build flexibility. And I appreciate y'all giving me the time to come to you and sharing a little bit of my understanding of yoga. Everybody's at a different place on the path, and hopefully y'all will enjoy this, and maybe I'll see you sometime again at a yoga mat at a yoga studio somewhere near you. Maybe I'll see you next year here again as well. So my name is Brian Thacker, once again, and Natural Self Yoga. I'll try to put a YouTube video up regularly. I have regular classes on there. I have tutorials. I have some silly videos too. You can laugh at me if you'd like to. But I like to have fun. Yoga is a serious thing. It's an important thing. But it's also something that you can really enjoy, the joy of life. And it's just great. And so I want to thank you for the opportunity to guide you through the process. Bring your hands into prayer position. Hopefully you'll have a great rest of the day. You'll enjoy the rest of these speakers. They're going to do some things about the low back that I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about. So thumb knuckles to your third eye center. The light in me honors the light that shines equally in each of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Ms. Rowley. A small token of our appreciation for coming out here and teaching us the Sun Salutation, and Amika ji will. So how's everyone feeling? Good? Powerful? Backs nicely stretched? Take a deep breath. Good.